What's up, guys? So it's been a while since I recorded a video. Not sure exactly how long. I think it's been a couple months, maybe. But I really wanted to make this a consistent thing in terms of documenting my practice sessions and really documenting the process. And I have no good excuse other than there were just times where I hadn't practiced as much as I wanted to, and I was really looking forward to this very consistent growth, and practicing more and more and improving more and more, and things just get really busy at times, and then I get back on track, and but I wish I would have kept documenting the process, because I just found this podcast that a buddy of mine sent me, and it's about the Gimlet, what's it called? The podcast is called Startup. The Startup podcast, I believe, and it's by Gimlet Media, and he documents all these raw moments, and I think that's so super valuable for me as someone who's trying to create a startup myself. So in that fashion, I think as a trumpet player, someone who's trying to learn the trumpet, I think that documenting my process and in terms of trying to improve my trumpet technique and get over these struggles that I've had throughout my 20 years of practicing and playing trumpet, I think that'll be super valuable to some of you watching. So this is me trying to get back on with that. I have been practicing. I think I have made some improvement. Overall, my endurance seems to be better. I think my habits are a little better in terms of breathing. Like, I notice when I'm performing now, I think I'm breathing more. I'm breathing in a proper and more full way more often. I wouldn't say I'm succeeding at that 100% of the time, but I think I'm trending in the right direction, which is good. So anyway, so a lot has happened in terms of trumpet warm-up over the past few months. So recently released it's called the Basic Warm-Up with Marquis. So recently released that on trumpetwarmup.com, and we've had about, I can't remember exactly, but I think 10 to 15 new subscribers come on, which is amazing. And trying to keep that going, and just keep releasing new content and market it well, and get more people subscribe and trying out the website. So we're getting a lot of good feedback. I've had several emails recently from people that say they really love the practice routines, and just that it's really nice to have something to play along with, and kind of keep track of not keep track of your progress, but just make the process of doing fundamentals better, and so yeah, what we're gonna do today is that basic warm-up with Marquis that I was talking about, and then I think I'll do just a few a la carte exercises after that, just whatever I'm feeling. But this little warm-up with Marquis is really nice because just very simple, just focusing on the basics, and Marquis is such a great sound, so I think it's a very good example to emulate, and especially his breathing as well is excellent in my opinion. He's always breathing very full and very relaxed, which is the goal, I think. So I haven't talked about this in a while, but in terms of my goals, I have two sort of concrete goals that I've set for myself in terms of my sort of long-term trumpet progress, and they're both based on my two biggest struggles over the past 20 years. First is endurance, and second is range. And there are other struggles, of course, other things that I got to work on, but those are two main ones that if I can at least somewhat overcome those, then I think, I mean, it's already really starting to change everything musically, I guess, because so much of my professional life, or I mean, there hasn't been that much of it, but so much of, playing gigs and whether it be a jazz quartet gig or jazz duo gig at a restaurant, or maybe something a little bigger on a proper stage where there's a proper audience, or wedding gigs, anything like that where you're reading music, big band gigs. Just always there's been that struggle for me of not being able to last like I need to throughout the whole gig. So maybe for the first few songs I'm good and I'm playing things, I'm able to express the ideas that I want to, maybe, but then as the gig progresses I just get tired too quickly, and so that's really a bummer. And then the second is with range, that kind of goes hand in hand with endurance too. As my endurance, or as I get more and more tired, then the range gets even worse. But I pretty much top out at, I'd say right now I have a usable C or D, maybe D, maybe even E flat. Like, I can get D's and E flats out in a performance if I need to, and I'm not too tired, and depending on the situation. But what I would love to be able to do is get out have a usable F, and that's not even crazy high. That's not crazy high at all. So I figure to get that usable F, that at least pretty consistent, let's say I know that I can hit it like 70-80% of the time, I probably have to work on the notes higher than that. So that's going to be something to focus on in the coming months, and something I'll definitely be able to work on when I start to release the Stuart Mack content, because we have a lot of stuff with him that goes up to, or not a lot, I shouldn't say a lot, but we have some stuff with him that goes up to double C. So that'll be exciting for sure. But I guess let's get into it, and then I can keep blabbering on in between the breaks and stuff. So all right, let's get into the basic warm-up. So we start with breathing here. Just trying to be as relaxed and I'm just thinking ho on the inhale and two on the exhale. And I have a big mirror right here, watching myself to make sure I stay relaxed. Yep. That's good stuff. I've been loving starting the practice sessions out with that. It's just, I feel like I'm starting out like getting in this good habit of being much more relaxed than I'm used to, and just keeping the throat open, because that's something I struggle with a lot, is the throat being too closed off, especially when things get tough or I get tired, or I play a high note that I don't think I'm gonna hit, then close the throat. Alright, free buzz here. And with this warm-up in particular, everything I focus on the previous exercise applies to the next exercises, pretty much. So I'm trying to breathe just as relaxed and exhale just as relaxed. Trying to keep the corners here engaged and staying in place. So Marquis says that for him, the free buzzing is really about just getting the blood flowing the chops, and he says that's pretty much all it is for him. For me, I think it's that plus a little more. It's like, I think the free buzz, I've figured out this certain, or I'm figuring out this certain setup where, in order to get the best free buzz sound, you have to really have your embouchure set and engaged in a certain way. Whoops. Shaky there. Still trying to get it less shaky. Okay. So now we got long tones next. I'm actually going to switch to the, oh no, not long tones. We got lead pipe buzz. So I'm going to take out my tuning slide here. I really just focus on as resonant a sound as I can, and, also working on the breathing as well. Keep a nice relaxed breath. Make sure I'm not doing anything funky with my posture. That's pretty much what I'm thinking about during this. switch up a little from Marquis. Because he has a slightly different horn. Still a little shaky. I'm trying to even that up. Gotta relax a little bit. Still trying to relax. A little better, but not quite happening how I want it to. Okay, so I think that last one was better. I think the last one was really how I wanted to be hitting all of the notes because it's more relaxed. The pitch was more centered, less squirrely. Alright, so let's go to this long tones. 12 beats. I just try to match Marquis' sound because it's so round and beautiful. Wow, I'm really shaky. Part of it is my arms. Out for the first time in a while yesterday, and my arms are shaky. Okay, that was a little better. Trying to get it more centered. Yeah, I can see my muscles shaking a little bit, so we don't want that. Alright, now we go up. So you can tell I need to work on these. So I wasn't getting, I guess I didn't think that exercise went super well. But that's one of the reasons like doing this on cameras is so good, because it's a little more revealing. Like, I've had earlier this week, I had a practice session where it's, I'm playing very similar to this. And, I think my tone might be a little more shaky right now because I haven't quite been on top of practicing as consistently as I should. But anyway, my point is, I think like doing this on camera right now is really good because not doing it on camera, it's like you can sort of let things skate by a little more and just say, oh, whatever. But I'm really focused in and tuned into how perfectly can I perform these exercises, and I think it's got to be a golden ticket. That's got to be like what you got to do. If you could do that every time you practice, and practice 30 minutes to an hour every day, fundamentals, like do that for a couple of years, you're gonna be super set. You're gonna be really set up for success. So all right, let's take a little short break here, and then I'm gonna go to some other exercises. I really don't know weight yet, but we'll kind of just choose it on the spot. So what else is going on? I don't think I've made a video since I went to North Texas Brass Week, so I can talk about that a bit. Man, North Texas Brass Week was awesome. So I met Mark Jansen, who's the founder of that camp, and this was the very first year. He had about, I think it was 30 plus students there. So most of the kids were in high school, I would say, probably between, might have been a couple middle schoolers and a couple college students. So mainly it was ages 13 to 17, I would say, maybe 18. But there were some very, very talented students there. A couple kids could play the horn better than me, for sure. It was really impressive. And then in terms of the faculty, it was Elmer Trumpet was there, who I was really excited to meet, and then Caleb Hudson on trumpet as well. And who else did we have? We had Achilles, who's also in the Canadian Brass, the trombone player, and then the other two Canadian Brass members did a little Zoom call. So it was really great to hear all their perspectives and be able to answer or ask them some questions on practicing. And then Mark was actually nice enough to do a little interview session with me. It was like 30 to 45 minutes long, which I should edit together and put on this channel. I'll put that on my to-do list. I think it would be cool to share. Just some of my thoughts and stuff behind starting trumpet warm-up, and so overall it was a great trip. It was great to go down in Texas and get a little break from Milwaukee and see some cool stuff. We went to this amazing barbecue place. I'm gonna blank on the name, but it was in McKinney, Texas, and then the camp was in Frisco. And man, that was some good food. Wow. And I went there with my girlfriend Erin, and we showed up late, like right before they were closing, and the guy asked, he's like, "Hey, are you new?" Yeah, we're new. So he was like, "Okay, what do you want extra? I'll give you something for free." So we asked for like extra brisket or something, and he literally piles it on. Then he said, do you want to try this spicy sausage or something? I think it was. And then he ended up giving us more of that. So we got like tons of free. We had so much food. We had leftovers. I just stuffed my face. It was amazing. I love that food. But so yeah, good time. We drove down there. Drove back and stayed hard at work, trumpet warm up, and then basically the last few months have been like getting freelance jobs. So trumpet warm up is not yet in a place where I can sustain myself full time, but that is my main primary goal. I'm just dying to to have that be the case where I can just work full-time trumpet warm-up and have it be, all I think about, and just keep, I'll have even more time to practice. I can focus more on documenting these practice sessions. We just started doing lessons with student Dan, and I'm documenting those lessons with him. He's a complete beginner. And we're putting those on the Trumpet Warmup YouTube channel. So if you're watching this right now and you're enjoying this video, I definitely think you should check out the Trumpet Warmup YouTube channel. You could just, it's kind of hard to find right now on YouTube because we don't have much traction yet. But if you just search complete beginner trumpet lesson, and then if it doesn't show up, that I think it'll show up, but you could also type in trumpet warm-up. But yeah, lots going on. I've been very, very busy, and just trying to keep pushing forward. Like, there's a lot of doubt at times in terms of trumpetwarmup.com because I'm putting all my money that I have into it, and all my time, pretty much all my time and energy and money. So it's, that's what you got to do when you're starting a business, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna keep pushing through until I succeed. It's at the very least I'm gonna get it to a place where this becomes my full-time income, even if it's not a crazy amount of money. I just want to be like, this website encompasses so many things I'm passionate about, and I want to keep learning about this, the technical sides of the instrument. I think it's going to be an incredibly rewarding and fun thing to be able to just work on trumpet warm-up full-time, get to meet amazing artists and work with them and get their opinions and stuff on trumpet fundamentals and all that, and also just make cool videos. I love videography. I want to make cool videos for trumpet warm-up. I love photography. I'm interested in web design too, so all of those things are wrapped up in this, and that's really the goal, is to make this my full-time project. So we're getting there, hopefully soon. So one way, if you resonate with that and you want to somehow support that idea, literally just, actually there's two things you could do. Number one is just sign up for the website. If you're not already signed up, please sign up. If you hate it, you're like, wow, this is not what I was expecting, just send me an email. I'll send you a refund. No big deal at all. And the more people we get signed up, the faster I am on track to becoming this becoming my full time. And then at that point, I think it's really going to start to grow a lot more quickly, because it's been so sporadic in terms of there's certain time, maybe a month here or there in the past year and a half since I started working on trumpetwarmup.com. There's been a month here, a month there, where I'm very focused on trumpet warm-up, and I have like very few other tasks or other freelance jobs that I'm working on at the time, because I think, okay, let's push right here, and then we can get to a place where it's sustaining itself. But it's just been slower growth than I expected, so it is what it is. But yeah, can't wait till that time, and then from there, like, who knows what'll happen. I mean, I have tons and tons of ideas for futures and for features and new artists, and things that will make the website just tons more valuable for you or for any trumpet player that's out there. So want to keep improving the site and keep it at the same price. That's the goal. Is just keep it $15 a month, but keep making it better and better and better, to the point where it's like the $15 is like it's like nothing compared to the value you're getting out of it. So that's the goal. We'll see if we can do it. But all right, let me choose another video here. Keep this session going. Let's go modified. No, let's go modified stamp. It's a really good one. Modified stamp with Matthew Ernst. That did not slot at all. But that's real life, Not gonna play everything perfectly, but let's see. Just gonna try to get the next one. If that one doesn't come out, try to get the next one, That's a little closer. Hopefully by the end of this exercise we'll get it, So that was a little better. The last note was not great at all, but one thing I'm trying to focus on is with stamp, they talk about when you go down, you think up. When you go up, you think down. So on the lower notes, I'm trying to think up. A lot better. It may not have sounded a lot better, but I think my setup and my air was a lot better. last note, but I feel like now my slotting on the slurs is a little better, so I'm trying to focus on having everything slot right in time with the metronome, so I know that I have perfect control over what I'm doing. Just trying to, it's not sounding like I want it to, but I'm trying to make it as perfect as I can. That's the goal. One thing I'm noticing is, I think this is due to not practicing enough or consistently enough, is, if you watch any great trumpet player, everything around here is like so solid, and for me it's like moving around a lot and shaking. Whoops. I had my slides out at the wrong times for that one, but usually I do the low F as a pedal. Matt says the reason he goes down to low F is because you need a low F as a classical player and as a principal trumpet player. That's something you have to have in your repertoire and be able to make it sound good. But for me as a jazz musician, I'm never going to be in that situation where I need like a solid sounding F, I don't think. So usually I just play as a pedal, but today I thought I'd try it with the slides out. Alright, let's do some scales. Let's try major scales and thirds. So obviously this is very revealing, like, I should be able to play these accurately. I can start getting back on track right here. Keep a good sound no matter what I do, so that's what I'm just trying to focus on now. Good sound. That's better. It's kind of helpful to take that breath in the middle and are a bit harder, you know, just because of the lower range, but of course I say I'm getting in the groove and then I miss a few notes there, but alright, let's get it here. D major. That was okay, but my breath was not quick enough, and I was late on that beat. To either stop that top note earlier to get the breath or just breathe quicker. Let's try no breath. Still seeing a lot of movement here in between notes, so try to stop that. The staccato is better than the slur. The slur was not great. Alright, let's try to get this one perfect. Not perfect, but it's better, I think. A little better. need a better start to the first few notes were bad, but alright, here we go. Pretty good. Especially at the upper range, I kept the air moving, kept the chop strong. Keep it going. Oops, forgot what key I was on. Alright, so I'm getting slightly tired, but mostly the reason I missed that was I wasn't confident enough, and even from the start of the scale, I could tell I was going to miss it. You know what, let's try that last scale one more time. That was pretty crappy. Let's try it one more time. I am getting a little tired. Looks like the battery's gonna die. Well, it looks like the battery here is gonna. Yep, so that battery did die, but once it starts flashing at you, you don't have much time. I should have put a fully charged battery in there before I started, but anyway, you know, I think that's gonna wrap up this video. So we did the warm up with Marquis, and then we did the modified stamp with Matthew Ernst, and then the major skills with Don Sipe. You know, that's a decent session right there. I think 30 to 45 minute chunks, or 30 to 60 minute chunks in terms of practice sessions is good. Something where you start to feel a bit fatigued, and then you know, can come back later in the day and get another session in. But I've not been doing that. I've just been getting one short to medium duration session, which is not good, but I'm trying to start practicing more now, so. And I also want to do more of these videos, so if you're still watching this, just let me know in the comments, like, if there's any exercise you want to see me do, or anything like that, or if you have any questions, just let me know. So yeah, go check out trumpetwarmup.com. Use my code SAM for 50% off your first month, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.